So I'm finally in Da Nang, the middle of Vietnam. As you can see, it's a bit of a tropical paradise, at least in the mornings. I woke up early today and thought, why not go down to the beach? It's a lovely day. Blue skies as the fog lifts over the morning. Just spent probably about a week here now, and I kind of want to tell you a bit about my experience, show you around and show you why you might want to live here, or maybe why you don't. All right, welcome back. Today we're going to discuss what it's like moving to Da Nang, and I'm going to give you the insights on what I have seen so far, how to get here, how much things cost, and that all depends on what you're looking for. So right now, Da Nang is trending as currently one of the cheapest cities in the world. Yes, that's right, and I'm here to see if that's actually true. There are a few things that did surprise me, and I'm gonna get into them. First of all, getting here. Look, don't make the same mistake I did. I did get a night bus from Hanoi. Now, Da Nang is kind of stuck in the middle between Ho Chi Minh or Hanoi, so whether you're coming up or going down, there are several ways to get here, and it depends on, well, what your options are, what kind of adventure you like. You can get here by train, you can get here by bus, or you can fly in. I got the bus here and it cost me 400k VND, which is about 20 Australian dollars or 15 US dollars. So it's fairly cheap to get the bus. Warning, when you do get the bus, there are several different varieties of comfort and quality. If you're going to get the bus, I would recommend two things. There are buses that come in 2 aisles, and then there are buses that come in 3 aisles. The ones with 2 aisles have quite larger beds, enough space for you to actually leave your backpack kind of next to you while you're laying down. Whereas the ones with 3 aisles do not, and I made that mistake. I wanted to bring my backpack on the bus. I had my laptop there. I put it at my feet, and sure enough, it was very uncomfortable. I tried putting it in my head. Later in the bus ride, I found a little spot that I could move it to. Now also, most buses do not have toilets. Sadly, like me, I had a bit of an upset stomach, and that was a bit of a painful ride, I will say. Now, they do make toilet stops every few hours, but just be warned. Now, another thing, these buses are really loud. They will be beeping their horns all the time, so do expect that. Maybe if you're going on one of these, get a sleeping pill for the ride or something like that. You can also get the train from Hoi An. It does actually take a little longer, about 15 hours. Anyway, is this place cheap? Well, currently, I'm in a 4-star hotel and I'm paying about 45 Australian dollars per night. And I'll show you this room. It is quite nice. I do have someone that comes in and makes up my room every day. Okay, so initially I walk in, straight away, I've got a full-size fridge, which is great. I've got a sink. Didn't have a sink at the last place other than in the bathroom. Oh, I've got 2 heaters. In Japan, I only had 1. Freezer, ice. Okay. Oh, I have a bathtub. I love a bathtub. Now, I have a desk to either have dinner at or work at. This looks like quite a comfortable bed. Nice TV. All little cups, tea section, and snacks. And just down there, 300 meters walk, is the beach. I get my fridge refilled with bottles, I have a pool, I have a gym, and it's quite nice. Now, this for me is just temporary accommodation while I look for something a bit more permanent. And I have come on this trip to see if I like Da Nang, to see if it's a place that I want to spend a few months for in the future. Kind of gives me like a bit of a Miami feel, a bit of a Gold Coast kind of vibe. This trip is a bit of a research trip. Sometimes you want to go to a place before you go all in, because maybe you won't like it. The beaches are nice and beautiful. The quality of the water is absolutely fantastic. I've actually been down to the beach most days here. Now, I found out I am staying in what people call the Korean end of Da Nang. So I am further up the beach. Now, prices here can be a little bit more expensive. I'm at the northern end of the My Khe Beach. Now, apparently about an hour's walk south of that is where most of the current expats hang out. And that area is called An Thuong. Not sure if I pronounced that correctly, but I'm gonna go also check that out. Now, I do know you can get a apartment, studio, or hotel rental anywhere from about 400 to 800 Australian dollars a month. Obviously, you can always get local prices which are cheaper if you are staying longer and renting a year-long contract. Now, there are heaps of places to eat, lots of good restaurants. Now, on my first day here, I went and had it myself a bit of a luxury lunch in one of the fancy hotels. And look, I did pay about 35 Australian dollars for that, and I had 2 courses and a cocktail, and a few to die for as well. A few of my local recommendations is the Sound Cafe. I go there often to do work on my laptop. They also sell food and do a great coffee. Now, another thing would be Mum's Kitchen, the chickpea eatery. This place is actually vegan and vegetarian food, and I am a carnivore, but it had such good reviews and I was in the area. It certainly didn't fail to deliver a delicious meal. Things to do around Da Nang. Obviously, you have the tourist attractions. In one direction, you can go to Ba Na Hills, which is about 45 minutes, or in the other direction, you can go to Hoi An, which is also about 30 to 40 minutes. Both of these offer a great day out. I will say the Ba Na Hills Sunworld is quite an interesting place. A little bit tacky, but my God, is it something unusual. I think it's worth seeing once in your life. This is getting creepy. If you're planning on living here, you'll have all the time in the world to see that. Now, getting around, you can just hire or buy a bike. Obviously here you can also get grabs, which are very cheap and easy to get around the city. Now, walking here is a little bit better. There are larger, more wider footpaths, but there is still a lot of construction going on. Look, if you're thinking about moving to Da Nang, let me give you a couple of insights. So, look, there is a lot of construction going on, so take that in mind when you are choosing a place to stay. I would highly recommend, if you are coming here, book a place for a week first, get to know the area, see which bits are actually under construction, and then choose your accommodation, because it would suck to book 3 months somewhere or 2 months somewhere only to realize next door is a brand new building site. For some people, if you want peace and quiet, maybe this city is not for you. There really is a lot of construction going on. You can see a lot of work is being put into this city. I certainly do think it's going to be an up and coming place. They're certainly doing a lot of work, and I imagine in the future, prices are going to rise. As far as food goes, you can still get cheap, typical Vietnamese food, but there's also a lot of different Western ranges to choose from, and you're going to be paying anywhere from 5 Australian dollars a meal up to 20 Australian dollars a meal. That purely depends on what you're buying. It's very easy to get a $10 meal with a drink. Now, if you are thinking of moving here, Vietnam does offer people a 90-day visa. And as long as you're not working, you can come in and come out, or you can come here and get a working visa and stay longer. So I'm currently still in Da Nang for a little bit longer, so if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below and I will try to answer everything you have. Are you thinking about moving here? What is your budget? And why do you want to come? I think it seems to be the perfect place for retirees, digital nomads, or people that just want to spend time by the beach and have that at bargain prices. One thing to mention, even though this is a new developing city, the standards are still a little bit on the cheap side, so do keep that in mind. If you are expecting Western European standards, you really are not going to get that here. So don't be shocked when you do come and see that things are on the cheaper built side. It is sunset on Da Nang Beach. There might actually be a name for the beach, but I'm in Da Nang and I'm at the beach. Anyway. Welcome to Da Nang.